The gold to silver ratio, also known as the GSR, is a ratio that shows you how many ounces of gold you would need to buy a specific amount of silver, or how many ounces of silver you would need to be able to buy 1 ounce of gold. The current gold to silver ratio as I'm recording this video is 1 ounce of gold to 87 ounces of silver. So comparing the spot prices, which is the natural price of silver or gold, if you had 1 ounce of gold, that would be able to buy you 87 ounces of silver. Why this ratio is important is because you can tell whether or not gold is a better buy or silver is a better buy depending on the ratio. Some people also play the ratio to get more ounces of gold and silver, and that's what I'm going to be explaining in today's video because this is very important to silver stacking. So here's how the ratio can boost your silver stack. If the gold to silver ratio is 1 ounce of gold to 87 ounces of silver, that means you only need 87 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold, okay? But in history, the gold to silver ratio varies from anywhere from 70 to 1 to 110 to 1. So that ratio can really be skewed depending on the prices of precious metals. So because it is 1 ounce of gold to 87 ounces of silver right now, silver is actually catching up to gold, meaning you need less silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. So if you had a lot of silver right now, you could theoretically trade 87 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, and that would not be a bad play. But here's how you can actually boost your stack. So right now, it's 1 to 87, and if you buy right now 1 ounce of gold at 1 to 87, it technically means that gold is undervalued because silver is catching up to the price of gold. So gold is undervalued right now. So right now, gold is technically the better buy. Now I'm going to try to show you guys an analogy to explain the ratio a lot better. So here you got a 5 to 1 ratio. This is not even close to the real ratio, but we're going to do it for the sake of showing. So we got 5 coins right here, and you've got 1 piece of gold, okay? So if you have 5 to 1, it takes 5 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. At this point, we probably want to be buying gold at this situation. But let's say it goes up to 1 to 7. This is a 1 to 7 ratio right here. Now, what we can do is we can trade 1 ounce of gold, which is right here, for 7 ounces of silver. Okay, let's say the ratio now goes down, so it's 7 to 1. Let's say the ratio gets really close, so silver gets really close to the price of gold, and it only costs me 3 ounces of silver to get 1 ounce of gold, okay? Well, now I have some left over, so I actually have 7 ounces. So now I could do the trade again, but I could double my precious metal stack. Look, make the trade. It's 3 to 1. So we'll trade this 3 right here and this 3, and we will now add an additional 1 ounce of gold. Boom. So now you just doubled your stack. And we have a little leftover piece right here. So now we have 2 ounces of gold and 1 ounce of silver. That's basically how the gold to silver ratio can work if you're smart. So you could easily double or even triple your stack and add a lot more ounces if you just play it the smart way. The natural ratio that these metals get pulled out of the ground is 1 to 6. So every 1 ounce of gold that is pulled out of the earth, you get 6 ounces of silver pulled out of the earth. So it's not very unlikely that at some point in time, we might have a 1 to 6 ratio. It could happen theoretically. We could even see a 1 to 20 ratio depending on the markets. Watch that ratio and choose what you're buying wisely. This is the main reason why you should stack gold and silver, because precious metals prices ebb and flow. So sometimes silver will be skyrocketing and going up a ton, meaning gold will be a better buy. And sometimes gold will be skyrocketing, meaning silver will be a better buy. So if you have both the metals, gold and silver, you can play the ratio very smartly. If you focus on the ratio, you can know which one is a better buy based on history, and you can just buy the better metal. But The real thing that always happens is silver, when it goes up a lot, and it goes up really, really fast. And most of the time, you can have a lot of quantity of silver, so you have a lot of the metal. So usually silver outperforms gold in bull runs because silver just goes up in price more. But also, silver, when it drops way worse than gold. So if you want a more risky investment to make more money, silver is probably the way to go. But if you want safe, stable, safe and stable, where it'll slowly go up over time, gold is your best play. So having both also manages risk. Playing the gold to silver ratio, though, can be very, very smart. There are a few YouTubers who do it, but if you want to see someone who's really good at making GSR trades, go watch Silver Bean Counter on YouTube, because he makes insanely good trades on the gold to silver ratio, and he's profited a lot on those trades. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video and learned something, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with all of your friends. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. This is where I disappear.